Today, we're beginning a new series. 4 episodes designed to prepare you for going to the doctor. Why this topic? Well, the truth is simple. At some point, whether you live abroad, travel, or study in another country, you will need medical care. And the very first step is usually the same: booking an appointment. Making that call can feel stressful, especially if you're not confident speaking English on the phone. Don't worry. I'll show you the most useful expressions, share some realistic dialogues, and at the end, we'll practice with a point of view story so you can really start speaking more automatically. Here's some useful vocabulary and expressions. When you phone a clinic or a doctor's office, you usually speak with a receptionist or someone in the scheduling department. Here are some very common and practical phrases you'll need. I'd like to make an appointment. It's the standard and polite way to begin. Do you have any openings this week? Opening means available times. What is the earliest appointment available? Use this if you need the soonest possible option. I'd like to see Dr. Smith if possible. If you already know the doctor's name, you can request them directly. I need to cancel my appointment. Or, I'd like to reschedule my appointment. Is this covered by insurance? In the US especially, it's common to ask if the visit is paid for by your insurance. Great. Here are some questions you may hear. The receptionist will ask you some questions. Here are the most common. What's the reason for your visit? You could say, I have a fever, or it's just a checkup, or I need a prescription refill. Another question could be, do you have insurance? You can say, yes, I do, or no, I will pay out of pocket. Out of pocket means you'll pay the full cost yourself. One more question. Do you need a referral? In the US, sometimes your family doctor must give you permission to see a specialist. Let's see some realistic examples. Example 1. Routine checkup. Good morning, City Clinic. How can I help you? Hello. I'd like to make an appointment with Dr. Lee. What's the reason for your visit? It's just a routine checkup. Okay, Dr. Lee is available next Thursday at 2 p.m. Does that work? Yes, that's fine. Thank you. Number 2. Urgent situation. Hello. I feel very sick. I'd like to see a doctor as soon as possible. I'm sorry to hear that. We don't have same-day appointments, but we can see you tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Yes, tomorrow morning is fine. Thank you. Number 3. Rescheduling. Hello. I have an appointment on Monday at 3 p.m., but I need to reschedule. No problem. When are you available? Anytime on Wednesday. Okay, we have Wednesday at 11 a.m. available. Perfect, thank you. Here's some extra vocabulary. Walk-in clinic. That's a clinic where you don't need an appointment. Cancellation fee. It's a charge you may pay if you cancel too late. Great. Now let's practice with a point of view story. If you want to practice more, get my premium courses at speakenglishpodcast.com/courses. Now let's practice with a point of view story. I will tell you the same story, but in different points of view. This will help you practice grammar in a natural way. Let's go! Last Thursday, Emma decided to call the clinic. She wasn't seriously sick, but she had a strange problem. Her left ear was making a funny noise. Every time she moved her jaw, she heard a little click. When the receptionist answered, Emma said, "Hello, I'd like to make an appointment with a doctor." The receptionist asked, "What's the reason for your visit?" Emma explained, "My ear keeps making a clicking sound." But the receptionist misunderstood. Her hearing wasn't very good, and she thought Emma said, "chicken sound," not clicking sound. She typed in the notes, "Patient hears chicken sounds in the ear." She offered the earliest appointment, Monday at 3 p.m. Emma agreed and wrote it down. On Monday, the doctor read the notes and looked surprised. "So, Emma, you hear chickens in your ear?" Emma laughed. "Not chickens, a clicking sound." The doctor laughed too. "That makes much more sense. Chickens in the ear would be very unusual." Then the doctor added with a smile, "You know, maybe our receptionist needs an appointment as well. Her hearing isn't the best these days." They both laughed, and Emma felt much more relaxed. In the end, her ear problem was nothing serious, and she left the clinic in a good mood. Let's hear part 2 in the past tense. Last Thursday, we decided to call the clinic. We weren't seriously sick, but we had a strange problem. Our left ear was making a funny noise. Every time we moved our jaw, we heard a little click. When the receptionist answered, we said, "Hello, would like to make an appointment with a doctor." The receptionist asked, "What's the reason for your visit?" We explained, "Our ear keeps making a clicking sound." But the receptionist misunderstood. Her hearing wasn't very good, and she thought we said chicken sound, not clicking sound. She typed in the notes, "Patient hears chicken sounds in the ear." She offered the earliest appointment, Monday at 3 p.m. We agreed and wrote it down. On Monday, the doctor read the notes and looked surprised. "So you hear chickens in your ear?" We laughed. "Not chickens, a clicking sound." The doctor laughed too. That makes much more sense. Chickens in the ear would be very unusual. Then the doctor added with a smile, "You know, maybe our receptionist needs an appointment as well. Her hearing isn't the best these days." We both laughed and felt much more relaxed. In the end, our ear problem was nothing serious, and we left the clinic in a good mood. Great! I love using stories like these. They're easy to remember and really helpful to learn English. A bit of humor also makes the process more funny and enjoyable. You can find more of this method in my premium courses. Visit speakenglishpodcast.com/courses. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.